object that you liked, one that you couldn't help but fall in love with, but were too afraid of what the law says or what other people would say? I think that people should be able to have relationships with inanimate objects, to the point of being able to marry them without having to worry about the law, or what other people would think about them. My name is James Delgado, and today I'm going to tell you about some things that I care about, as well as why people should be able to have relationships with inanimate objects. Finally, I will give you some examples of people having relationships with inanimate objects. Let me begin with my interests. I like to play basketball, as well as track and field. I also like running and playing video games like Rocket League. Now that I've told you about my interests, let me explain what the law says about marrying inanimate objects. The law doesn't say anything about relationships with inanimate objects directly. This means that it isn't illegal to marry an item that has caught your interest. Even though the law doesn't say anything about marrying an inanimate object, you will not be bound by law. It will be more of a spiritual relationship. Now that I have explained how the law sees marrying inanimate objects, let me explain how society would react to your relationship. Many people will look down upon your relationship. Some people would say that it is unholy, or that God only meant for people to marry other people, while others would judge you for not fitting in with them. Here is an example of someone who fell in love with an inanimate object. According to Illuminably, a woman from Berlin, Sandy Kay, had an unusual love interest. When she was only 8 years old, she fell in love with New York City's Twin Towers. When interviewed, Sandy said, "When it comes to love, I am only attracted to objects. I couldn't imagine finding a love affair with a human being." First, I told you what the law says about marrying inanimate objects. Second, I told you how society would react to your relationship. Finally, I gave an example of someone having a relationship with inanimate objects. Thank you for your time.